how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to Pot's Movie Dungeon. I appreciate you guys clicking on that video. So in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about an Imprint title that I was real excited to get in the mail the other day. This is one of their box sets. Now, Imprint has got some great box sets, but I think this is going to be one of my favorites they've put out so far. And that is the After Dark Neo-Noir Cinema Collection 1. And there are some fantastic films in this box set. What got me really excited about this set was the movie Rush. And that's the movie with Jason Patric and Jennifer Jason Leigh and Sam Elliott. If you guys haven't seen Rush, it's a fantastic film, and we're going to talk more about that later. But the other films that are in this set is After Dark, My Sweet, Mortal Faults, Rush, One False Move, Flesh and Bone, and Twilight. And no, not that Twilight. Nobody twinkles in this movie. But anyway, guys, this is a fantastic looking set. We're going to go ahead and jump over that other camera in just a minute, and we'll take a closer look at this thing, get this thing unboxed, and show y'all what's inside. But I'll give y'all a real fast once around. And of course, like I said, we're going to get a closer look at this in just a minute. But yeah, guys, Imprint, if you're not familiar with this company, this is an Australian label. They've been around now for, I think, a couple years. This is 124 through 129 as far as their releases go. But I almost got everything that they've put out at this point. There's a couple of the earlier releases, like Spine number 2, 3, and 4, that I'm trying to grab, but I'm trying to hold out because the only way you can really find those, at least over here in the States, is without the slipcover. Now, one thing about Imprint is they got really nice side-loading slipcovers that look really good on the shelf. And I don't really want to have those 3 movies by themselves without the slip, you know, on 120-something titles. So I'm trying to see if I can find those at a pretty good rate. Not only are they going for kind of crazy money when you can find them, my problem is I can't find them anywhere. So I may go ahead and just grab those 3. I do have a guy that can make the slips for me. They won't be slip boxes, but they will match the other spines on the shelf. My OCD would be happy about that. We're going to go ahead and get over to that other camera, like I said. But guys, before we do, if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, all that stuff. If you enjoy physical media, we do collection updates here. We do unboxings, movie reviews. We have a lot of fun live streams, mainly on the weekends. But guys, if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, please consider subscribing to the channel. I really would appreciate it. And also, guys, those that have already subscribed and that have been here before, as you know, I always appreciate you guys coming back and checking out more videos. But guys, let's go ahead and switch over to that other camera, and we will get started, get this thing unboxed, and we'll see what we got. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. There's another shot of that box there. I mean, what a great looking box set. It really is. Really big box set. And I really like the way they do these diamond cuts on the side. And there's a shot of the back. I've seen a shot from Mortal Faults. It says here on the back, it says, Neo-Noir is essentially about the mystery and the ambiguity and complexity of human nature. And that was a quote by director James Foley. He directed After Dark, My Sweet in this box set. So there's a list of the movies again, guys. You have After Dark, My Sweet, Mortal Faults, Rush, One False Move, Flesh and Bone, and Twilight. And it's spines number 124 through 129. We'll get this lid taken off, and there's the inside of that. And guys, I really like the way they do these box sets. They're always individually packaged like this, which I'm a big fan of. All right, we will take out the first movie here, guys, and take a look. Move that over to the side. All right, now this first movie here stars Jason Patric, Rachel Ward, and Bruce Dern. And as you see there, it's called After Dark, My Sweet. And it says, all they risked was everything. And this is number 124. There's a shot of the back. So as far as the special features go, you get some audio commentaries with a director and a film critic, Travis Woods. You get an interview with director James Foley, Jason Patric, and Bruce Dern. So a pretty good amount of special features. But I will open this up and show y'all the inside. There is your inside artwork. That is After Dark, My Sweet. Now this movie came out in 1990, and it says here, an ex-boxer is drifting around after escaping from a mental hospital. He meets a widow who convinces him to help fix up a neglected estate her ex-husband left. Her uncle talks them both into helping kidnap a rich boy for ransom money, and the ex-fighter must make a decision about his loyalties and what is right. Now, directed by James Foley. James Foley, he hasn't done a lot, but he's done a few things that I really enjoyed. He directed a movie with Mark Wahlberg called Fear. If you guys haven't seen Fear, it's a great film. It really is. But something else that he directed that I was kind of surprised that I didn't realize is, and it's kind of ironic, it's the very first Imprint title I picked up. It's a movie called At Close Range with Christopher Walken and Sean Penn and Christopher Penn. Big fan of Jason Patric and Bruce Dern. It should be a good time. All right, moving on to the next one, guys. Now, this is one I am a fan of, one that I have seen. This movie came out in 1991, and it was directed by Alan Rudolph, and it stars Demi Moore, Glenn Headley, and Bruce Willis. Now, if memory serves, this is the movie. This movie came out right about the time Demi Moore and Bruce Willis got together, if memory serves. And I just remember this. I want to say this is the first thing they did on screen after they got married. But don't quote me on that. I know it was around that time anyway. But it basically says 2 detectives interrogate a hairdresser on 2 homicides she may or may not have been involved in. But guys, this is a really good murder mystery. It's a really good, kind of cat and mouse. What I remember, I hadn't seen it in probably 10 or 15 years, but I have seen it a few times back in the day. I don't think I've ever owned this on physical media. This is one that's really hard to find. You don't really see this on physical very much. This is a movie you don't really hear people talk about very much, which is kind of a theme of this box set. This is kind of, you're going to see as I go through the rest of these movies, these are kind of 90 gems that nobody really ever mentions it. When you watch other people's channels or people's reviews or unboxings, you just don't see these films very much. Yeah, but this movie's got a great cast. I mean, not only do you have Demi Moore, Glenn Headley, and Bruce Willis, you also got John Pankow and Harvey Keitel. So Bruce Willis and Harvey Keitel were in this movie and also in Pulp Fiction together. But in this movie or in Pulp Fiction, they had no scenes together, which I thought was kind of wild. But there is Mortal Thoughts, guys. There's the front, there's the side, 1991, spine number 125, and on the back, you get about the same fare. You get an interview with executive producer Taylor Hackford, Troubled Dreams, the art and style of Mortal Thoughts. You get an interview with production designer Howard Cummings and art director Bob Shaw, Fatal Flashback, scoring Mortal Thoughts, and the theatrical trailer. So no interviews with Demi Moore, Bruce Willis. Don't really surprise me, guys. Like I said, this is a movie that I don't think it did very well when it came out, and it was pretty forgotten. But it's one that I really enjoyed when I seen it, and I'm super glad to own it now. I will take out this disc here and show you all the inside artwork there. Nothing too great, but yep, there's Mortal Thoughts, guys. All right, moving on to our next one here. Now, this next movie, this is the one that actually got me excited about this box set. When I was looking at it, this is the one that made me actually push that button to go ahead and order it. And that is the movie Rush. Now, this movie came out in 1991, and it was directed by someone I've never heard of, Lily Finney-Zanuck. And it stars Jason Patric, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Sam Elliott. And how can you go wrong? I mean, Jason Patric's in 2 of these films here. Like I said, if you guys only seen him in Lost Boys, you need to check him out some other stuff. He's really is a pretty good actor. Jennifer Jason Leigh, she's great. Every time I think of Jennifer Jason Leigh, the first thing I think of is the movie The Hitcher. Sam Elliott, I mean, come on, Sam Elliott, guys, he's a legend. But this here says 2 small-town Texas cops go undercover to catch a major drug dealer and are sucked into the drug culture, compromising their assignment. It really is a great movie. I mean, this is a very dark movie. It's a very dark. I mean, these guys get addicted to drugs. They're basically undercover cops, and he's the old pro, and she's the newcomer out of the academy, and she's wanting to go into to be a undercover, be a narc, whatever you want to call it. And it's him kind of like, showing her the ropes, and she ends up, kind of going in a little too deep, whatever. And it's just kind of, like I said, guys, it's a pretty dark movie. If you've never seen it before, this is one here that you need to check out. If you don't want to grab this box set, I don't know if you can find this on streaming anywhere. This one here kind of follows the same suit as these other movies I'm going to talk about in this box set. These are not movies that are readily available. I don't think I've seen this movie in years just simply because it's not on streaming and I hadn't owned the physical copy of it. So, again, guys, if you want to watch this, look around for it. But if you're on the fence about getting this box set, this needs to be the one that's going to talk you into it right here. This is a fantastic film. This, like I said, 1991. This is spine number 126. And there's the back. You get an interview with actor Jason Patric, interview with Lily Finney-Zanuck, the director, interview with novelist Kim Wozencraft, a video essay on Rush by Chris O'Neill. You get Filming Rush, vintage featurette, Tears in Heaven, a music video by Eric Clapton. Yeah, I actually forgot about that, guys. Tears in Heaven. I know Eric Clapton wrote that about his son, whenever that died. But I forgot that song was really featured in this movie. So that's kind of cool. And I want to say they even made a music video from the movie back when they used to do that kind of thing. But the first time I seen this was I rented it many years ago, early 90s when it came out. And I tell you what, I was an instant fan. Really like that disc art. There's a shot of the inside. And I would say, I mean, obviously Lost Boys is going to be my favorite film with Jason Patric in it. But as far as his other works that I've seen, this is going to be his best role. Jason Patric absolutely knocks it out of the park with this role here. He does a great job. Really dark movie, guys. Really dark movie. So you need to be in the right frame of mind for you to watch this. But that is Rush, guys. Great movie. All right, next movie here has got some of my favorite actors in it, but it's one that I want to say I've seen once. I don't remember that much about it. I did watch the trailer for all these before I did this unboxing, and this is one here I'm sure I've seen back in the day because just because who stars in it, but don't remember anything about it, guys. To be honest, this came out in 1992. It was directed by Carl Franklin, and this thing stars Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, two of my favorite actors, guys. I mean, I just really excited to see these two guys together. Because I absolutely love this cast. You got Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, just absolutely fantastic guys. Two of my favorites. But it says here on the cover, it says there was no crime in Star City, Arkansas, no murder and no fear until now. The small town police chief awaits the arrival of a gang of killers. And so Billy Bob Thornton plays the bad guy in this. Bill Paxton is the local sheriff. And I watched the trailer, and the trailer looks like a blast. And just the reason why I know that if I've only seen this, I've probably only seen it one time, is I watched the trailer and I really didn't remember that much about it. So this is almost going to be like a blind watch for me, and which I'm very excited about because just to be able to see a Billy Bob Thornton, Bill Paxton movie that I don't remember seeing or maybe have never seen, yeah, that's pretty exciting, guys. So guys, there are some interesting facts about this film I wanted to share with y'all. Billy Bob Thornton and Cindy Williams, which is another cast member in the film, they got married after filming was completed. They were divorced before the film was released 2 years later. But when the film was completed, the original plan was to release it straight to video. But stronger than expected word of mouth convinced everyone to send it to theaters. The late critic Gene Siskel voted this film his favorite of 1992. The script was originally titled Hurricane. It's included among the American Film Institute's 2001 list of 400 movies nominated for the top 100 most heart-pounding American movies. It also says here that part of the film takes place in Odessa, Texas. Billy Bob Thornton played the football coach of the Perryman Panthers in Friday Night Lights 2004. Perryman High School is located in Odessa, Texas. Also says the title One False Move doesn't tie into anything in the film. So there's that. But yeah, guys, this sounds like a really good time. I'm pretty excited about it. And this is spy number 127. As far as special features go, some audio commentaries, interview with actor Michael Beach, interview with actress Cindy Williams, interview with the editor, and a video essay by Chris O'Neill. And of course, the theatrical trailer. So, open up, show you the inside. Take that out. And there is a shot of Billy Bob Thornton. And I'm assuming that's going to be Cindy Williams there. So that is One False Move. All right, next up, guys, we got a movie that I know I've seen, but I don't remember that much about. I mean, you look at this cast, guys. Dennis Quaid, Meg Ryan, and James Caan. And, of course, this is Flesh and Bone. Now, I do remember that when this came out, the trailer, everybody was talking about it. The trailer looked fantastic. And I remember this bombing in the theaters. I actually didn't watch this until home video. And don't remember that much about it. I do remember enjoying the movie. I remember kind of having the thought of, okay, I heard this was bad. That wasn't so bad. I kind of enjoyed that. Yada, yada. But, that was early 90s. I mean, this movie came out in 1993. So I'm kind of excited to go back and check it out again. I mean, mainly just because of James Caan, Dennis Quaid, Meg Ryan. I mean, this cast, it's just great, guys. But there's the back. Not much as far as special features go. You get a commentary with the director and screenwriter, interview with editor Mia Goldman, interview with the production designer, and archival interviews with James Caan, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Dennis Quaid. Okay, Gwyneth Paltrow's in this also. Speaking of that, guys, let me go in and say the rest of the cast here. It's directed by Steve Kloves, and I'll just go through the cast real fast. You have Dennis Quaid, Meg Ryan, James Caan, Julie McNeil, Joe Berryman, Gwyneth Paltrow. It's got to be a really early role for Gwyneth Paltrow. And there's also stars Scott Wilson, which everyone probably remembers from Herschel from The Walking Dead. So yeah, solid cast, really solid cast. Spine number 128. I like the way they put the year on the spine there, 1993. And here's the inside, guys. Great disc art. And Dennis Quaid, I know that he's made some stinkers over the years, but he's been in some great films. I love that shot there, guys. Yeah, Looking forward to checking this one out. I have grown to become a really big James Caan fan since this movie has come out, of course, with Misery and stuff like that. Of course, Misery came out a couple years before this. But I want to say Misery pretty much brought James Caan back. Whatever. I remember that really bringing him to the limelight. And I think that everybody was, and I think that's probably what this movie kind of suffered from, is you have, James Caan and Misery just a couple years before this, and then this is made. Everybody's probably expecting, another Misery, so to speak. And maybe everybody just had the bar set a little too high. But yeah, guys, that's Flesh and Bone. Gonna be a good one. All right, last up is a movie that I've never seen, but looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, guys, you have Paul Newman, Susan Sarandon, and Gene Hackman. I mean, come on. The movie came out in 1998 and was directed by Robert Benton. Let me read the rest of this cast to you. This is absolutely ridiculous. You have Paul Newman, Susan Sarandon, Gene Hackman, Reese Witherspoon, Stockard Channing, James Garner, Giancarlo Esposito, which of course is Gus from Breaking Bad, Liv Shriver from Scream, Emmett Walsh, Jason Clarke, and of course you got some other names, guys that are probably not household names, but you'd recognize their faces: Margot Martindale, John Spencer. Just saying John Spencer in The Rock the other day. He's the one that hates Sean Connery's character so much. The FBI guy or whatever. The plot says a retired detective accepts a simple task, unaware that it will tear open old, forgotten, and deadly wounds. And one thing I found interesting about this one, guys, it says when Paul Newman discovered that Susan Sarandon was being paid less than he and Gene Hackman, Newman gave her half his salary. I mean, not that Paul Newman needed the money anyway. I mean, he's the salad dressing king, of course. But, I mean, Susan Sarandon, Gene Hackman, yeah, just great, guys. Some people can buy their way out of anything except the past. And I know this kind of bombed in theaters as well, and it's kind of the theme of this, guys. These are all underrated gems from the 1990s. I mean, these are all going to be films that are going to be worth watching. Great cast in all these films. This was, of course, came out in 1998. This was a little bit later in the decade. Spy number 129. Not much on special features here, guys. You get audio commentary with the film critics Alan Silver and James Orsini. And another commentary with some other critics. Interview with editor Carol Littleton. Interview with film music historian Daniel Schweiger. So not much as far as features. Nothing with the cast, which kind of bums me out. It'd be cool to get some interviews with Gene Hackman back in the day and, all the rest of the cast. So there's the disc art on the inside. And, yeah, guys, I have no idea about this movie. I've never seen it. But I tell you guys, what a bunch of legends in this film here. But that is Twilight. Another one that I'm real excited to check out, guys. So, guys, that's it. That is the films you get in this box set. So you got Spine 124 through 129, After Dark, My Sweet, Mortal Thoughts, Rush, One False Move, Flesh and Bone, and Twilight. So, real fast, guys, before we get out of here, I will go through this book real fast to kind of give you an idea of what that's all about. Pretty nice book here, pretty thick. I'll just kind of skim through it a little bit. You get some nice shots from the film. Kind of goes through every one of the films listed in the box set. Imprint, man, I'll tell you, this is a great company, guys. But yeah, guys, what a great line. And then you also get this in the box also. This was just like a little card with some information about each one of the films. But guys, that is going to do it, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this unboxing, please let me know down below if you guys are already on this box set or if you guys are on the fence of picking it up. If you guys are fans of any of these movies, I would love to hear all your comments down below. But guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank y'all so much for watching again. Please remember to subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. And I will see y'all soon in the next video. You guys take care.